sometimes to be a script writer, playwright, novelist. I mean, I got stories. In fact, I have them written. On my other channel, we'll talk more about that or whatever. But okay, so let's work in reverse. Guess what this is? This is my brother's medicine that he needs, like yesterday, literally. Um, how I found it? Over last summer, we were kind of bopping through different kinds of doctors, telemedicine wise. And again, I did not know the system. I didn't know what words to say, what language to use, because sometimes you have to say the right thing or whatever. I don't know. Because sometimes people just want to keep their job instead of making a difference. You know what I mean? So, in between all those times, we were getting medication. So I was still trying to learn how and get this document, which I do have right here, but it's online and everything. But anyway, long story short, somehow I had an extra bottle, but I didn't know I had an extra bottle in the house at home. Or did I? This is where silver bullet magic comes in. I'm like, I could have swore I kept very close record of all of his medication after he came out of the hospital last April, and where it was going and what I was doing with it and keeping track of it. Even through my trip last year in Europe, I was gone for a week, and I swore I had everything stocked up ready and know exactly where everything was, like seriously. And just now, let me tell you what happened. I go on the Teledoc thing. One feature I do like is that you can have them call you instead of you waiting on the camera, because I don't like, the camera is fine or whatever, but I would prefer them to call me, right? Thank you. I am now. Silver bullet magic, honey. All right, so I I basically went to whoever is going to come to me first on the phone call. So like and subscribe. I am a biohacker, caregiver. Apparently, I make magic by making like medicine come out of thin air. Medicine I've been looking for, waiting for, trying to get for almost a few weeks. Waiting patiently for the next time I have the ability to call it in. Hi there. Um, so yeah, I was like seriously this last month or so, because I knew when he was about to run out of medication. That's why again, I thought I had it like the inventory down. I used to be an art buyer, by the way, in a art supply store. So I used to do inventory. I used to keep records like that. So I would know what was gone or what was not. Okay. So somehow, some way, and I already do a 30-minute, every 30 days, I have to call in one of his medications. So I'm always on it lately now. Not lately, like I've been on it because that's the only way he's going to be healthy. He was showing progress, and I'm already seeing regression in this last day or two because he's not taking that mood regulator. Okay. So the telemedicine people, and well, I tell them to call me. Basically, I go on the website, you call me when you're ready. So they call me, and I just say whoever's next. I don't care whatever. So I can tell them the situation. Luckily, I got a very competent woman doctor who was efficient. And right before though, I'm gonna tell you, right before I signed, like got on there though, excuse me, part of me asking for what I was asking for, they do ask me upload some pictures of the medicine bottles, which again I've been working on, which I thought I had up to date too, by the way. So the thing is, That one particular medicine, he had been switching between them. There was another one that was a liquid form. I actually liked the tablets that he was getting better, quite honestly. So he was just getting off of the liquid and he went back to the tablets. Maybe that's how I misplaced. But again, I listen, y'all. I don't see how I could have misplaced this. This has to be magic. Seriously, I'm not trying to be funny. So, um, when they asked me for the bottles, all of the bottles, and I try to keep as many, empty bottles too, because that's proof. Because people think that, like, whatever. So, all the empty bottles are currently at the apartment. I just came from my house. I didn't have any empty bottles over there. I have the empty boxes for his other thing, but not bottles. So then I was like, man, am I sure? Because then I start going on a slight hunt, and I go through one little spot um, in my little office slash studio. I guess it's a apothecary too, actually, a little bit. Like just where I store my herbs and things. Um, but it used to be my studio office for when I was, what I do. I do perform music, but right now I'm doing some weird stuff. But anyway, so in that one little shelf that I have, I went through it. I see a bag at the bottom of that shelf. It's white bag. Reminds me of CVS. That's where we get the medicine from. So I'm like, okay, let me just get in this bag. Maybe I'm thinking it's empty bottles because remember, I'm looking for empty bottles to upload pictures of. Okay? So that I can talk to whoever I need to talk to on this telemedicine. And then I see it seems like there might be something in it with, like, how when you get your medication it comes in a brown paper bag too, with the stuff attached to the side of it. So I see that through the white bag, so I go ahead and be like, okay, so there probably is one in here or two, I don't know. So I'll go into the bag and I see that one of those paper wrap bags have not been opened. And I'm like, please be what I'm looking for. Please be it. Please be it. And it was it. Okay? My brother takes 5 different medications. Taking a turn. My brother takes a prescription sleeping pill. We can kind of do without that, right? It's like there are other ways he can get to sleep. And then there's the anxiety pill, which I told you about earlier today, which again, I'm not trying to force him to do anything. We're trying to build up some courage and all the other stuff kind of thing for him. But it's that mood regulator that we need if it's the hierarchy. And then there's the shot. So, and then there's, what's the other one? There's another one. Oh yeah, the Prozac. So that's in the morning. Yeah, 5 different medication he takes. So it is the one I need. It's the one he needs. Okay? He was showing progress, like some real progress. Like he was exercising, he was talking. And this is the crazy thing about mental illness or mental wellness when it comes to certain conditions. They change like minute to minute. Like seriously. That's why yesterday I didn't, when he got rid of his medication, his anxiety pill, I'm like, can't make you take it, and I don't feel like arguing with you about it because you're off of your other medication anyway, and it's not gonna do any good. Not really. So, yeah. Who says, like, I'm gonna tell you, I believe. I'm a believer. I'm gonna always ever be grateful at my spiritual practice. So many blessings. I am grateful. Okay. Now to get through, I did talk to a doctor though, and like I said, she gave me a referral because she was just a regular or not regular, like nothing wrong with doctors. Doctors are amazing, but she was not a psychiatrist, so she could not prescribe the actual or re up his prescription. So she gave me she offered to give me a referral through the company, through the thing that we do. And I was like, okay, that's new because I basically told her I'm the caregiver. I've got this document, you know, and she was like, no worries. And I was like, so what's my next step? Like, and she almost told me what the next steps before I even had a chance to ask her, because once we figured out she couldn't prescribe it, then she was like, well, what I can do is send a referral to the psychiatrist here and let them know of the medications that you're looking for and just call back. And I'm like, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And not only did she do it, she did it fast too. Like I could have, like the only reason why I had to drive back over here is because I want to make sure he actually, I want him to take the medication, but we'll see. He's gonna take it. I'm gonna be there because I think sometimes he does it. Did not take it yesterday. What was um I was getting my stuff and I was just about, it was a little after 6 o'clock, so I think he kind of was like, I ain't gonna take this, you know, so that kind of thing. So let me go. Let me set up his situation and start, you know, unpacking a little bit here. And I feel a lot more at ease now that I have a game plan. And I need to always have a game plan because we can't have this. This is not okay. Like doctors should not be canceling people's appointments and then they don't have medication. I don't want to say I got lucky. I got lucky. I got blessed. I got God in looking out for us. Okay, that's what. That's all I gotta say.